All right, what's up, people? So, I just wanted to share that I got an email from work that says basically there's, I don't know, about 15 or 18 or so things we're wanting to submit for Emmy Award consideration. So, I need to, I guess, get with somebody and find out if which one of those sequences that I'm have my hand in, because basically, I know some stories I worked on, but it's like, is that my story or is it somebody else's that they're taking it from? So I just need to figure that out. But at any rate, I thought that that'd be kind of cool if one of the stories that I might have worked on could possibly be an Emmy nomination, which would basically make me an Emmy nominated editor. But I highly doubt it. I mean, that's like a long shot, beyond long shot. But I just thought it would be kind of interesting if that was the case and if that kind of worked out. So I'll keep everybody posted on that and apprised. But is there anything else to talk about? Drinking espresso, straight black. It's like 5 shots. I haven't had a sugary drink since December 31st. I decided one of my resolutions, which I don't really do that, but whatever. I decided one of those would be no more sugary drinks. So since then, all I've drinking is water, unsweet black tea, and just straight black coffee or straight black espresso. So 0 calories all around. And it's been great. I've done it before. I think I went 2 or 3 years with just simply drinking water. I haven't went off caffeine. Like I was just strictly water and that's it. And so I haven't quite given up on caffeine yet. I mean, I could, but whatever. But so yeah, that's how that goes, and so that's what I've been doing. As far as on the video games front, I've been trying to figure out how to start streaming again, because apparently with Windows 10, it doesn't appreciate the software and the hardware that I use. So I've been having a huge difficulty with that. I tried booting into another partition with Windows 7, and it kind of worked, but it wasn't completely like how it used to be. So I need to work on that a little bit, try to figure that out. And of course, the Switch is coming out here in a few weeks. I still got my reserve in on that. Gonna see how things go with that. At the end of the day, the more I watch Breath of the Wild, the more excited I get, because it looks to me like it's really gonna be a pretty epic game. And I saw a square mileage comparison, and the square mileage for Breath of the Wild, it like really, really dwarfs the square mileage for Skyrim, which I thought Skyrim was a huge expansive map. So that'll be pretty cool to be able to experience. But yeah, I guess there's not really much else. On kind of a downer note, there's been a lot of changes at work. So it kind of has me on edge that I could get a pink slip any day now. The only thing that keeps me going is knowing that there is 3 editors hired after me, and one of them was bumped up to full-time, or another editor was bumped up to full-time. So hopefully that's 3.5 editors they can mow through until they get to me. But it just kind of depends on how they look at it, how they go about it, and that kind of thing. So I don't know. It just has me on edge a little bit. I wouldn't mind if it comes down to it for them to move me to another shift if they get rid of one of the other guys or what. But it's a little unnerving. They completely canned our head content producer director guy, which basically he's the guy who lords over the entire newsroom. They just absolutely canned him. And then they fired the PM executive producer. So they canned both of those guys. Then my boss, the chief editor, she was demoted down to a regular editor. So I'm like, there's too many cooks in this kitchen, if you ask me. It just looks that way. Because there's 4 guys who work the morning show. And there's 4 people who work the evening shift. And then there was her. So basically there was 4, there was 9. There was 9 editors total. But she oversaw the other 8 of us. But they're bumping her down to just another editor as well. That makes 9. They've taken some content away in the morning. Technically, we could do the morning show on 3 editors, but we have 4. So already I feel like it's a little bit crowded. The fact that the night side, they could probably do that on 3, and now they got 5. I don't know, it makes things a little bit scary. But I don't know what to tell you. The only thing that also makes me a little unnerving is, okay, so there's 4 editors in the morning. I'm one of them. And the guy who was hired after me, he actually used to work for the company like 6-7 years ago. So I'm like, I hope that they still, as far as they're concerned, if they do have to start making cuts, I hope as far as they're concerned that I still have seniority over this guy, even though he worked for 5 years, 6 years ago. Like, he's my age, but instead of screwing off for 10 years like I did, he went to work at the TV station like immediately after graduating college. So basically he worked there for 4 years while I was working like Sonic or something retarded like that. And then he quit that job to go get a bachelor in lawyerese. And so now he has a law degree. But the employment just wasn't there. I mean, he sent out a bunch of resumes and applications. He wasn't hearing from anybody from that point. We lost a guy in the morning show, and so she just went and called him up to ask him if he was looking for work because she needed somebody pronto, and I guess she didn't want to train anybody. I don't know. So he actually came through and said, "Yeah, I'm actually looking for work," and so he started in March, I think, and I started in January. So I beat him by like a couple of months, but they could be like, well, you know, look, you worked for the company for X amount of years ago, so blah, blah, blah. I hope it doesn't come to that. But, yeah, that's about it. I don't know, I'm just kind of going on. But, so I'm just going to kind of see where the whole Emmy thing goes, because that'd be pretty exciting. But, thanks for watching, and peace out.